Zack Snyder's latest Netflix-exclusive space adventure, Rebel Moon, is receiving a lot of hate, toxicity and negative reviews at the moment. People are calling this movie a cheap Walmart copy of the Star Wars franchise. The IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes rating scores are extremely sad and pathetic to say the least. So, is Rebel Moon really actually so bad? Or is it another attempt by a bunch of Zack Snyder haters to downgrade his movies just like they did with his Man of Steel DCEU trilogy? In this video, we are going to discuss and analyze the answer to this exact question in detail. Before I begin, I just want to make a quick and brief statement. Talking about science fiction movies and TV shows with all of you my lovely friends is my biggest passion. If you want to support me on my journey, I request you to spend just 1 second of your time to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Trust me, it truly means the world. Okay, now let us get back to the main topic of this video. So, here is the first thing. The Star Wars movies are like the gold standard of space adventure movies of the 21st century. So, Rebel Moon being compared to Star Wars is definitely not a bad thing like what most people are making it out to be. Having said that, I believe Rebel Moon is a million times better and more entertaining than most of the recent science fiction movies that have come out in the recent past. And the interesting part is that, Rebel Moon being a Netflix exclusive project is made on a much lesser budget than most of the recent science fiction movies. And it still manages to visually look way better and epic than most of them. The best part about the movie is obviously the gorgeous visuals and cinematic shots just like any other Zack Snyder movie. But as I said, this movie is made on a much lesser budget. So, Zack Snyder deserves every bit of praise for being able to make such a visual spectacle on such a limited budget. Every frame and every shot of the movie qualifies as a desktop wallpaper of the highest standard. But, that is definitely not the only good part about the movie. The lead character of the movie, Cora, played by actor Sofia Boutella, was incredibly well written and is definitely one of the best female lead characters that have featured in any science fiction action movie. Sofia managed to make every single action sequence in the movie look like an absolute work of art. I absolutely loved her mysterious and intriguing backstory and the overall first act of the movie. The entire first act of the movie where we see the Imperium soldiers led by the Admiral invade the village was incredibly emotional, powerful and beautifully shot. I loved and enjoyed every single second of it, and it really managed to lay the foundation for expanding the overall universe in the future. Now, let me come to some of the negative aspects. The movie does feel kind of rushed in the second act where we see Cora and Gunnar travel to different locations to recruit and assemble their team to fight the Imperium soldiers. I think, it would have been better if we got to know a bit more about the backstory of all those characters, especially the character of Darien Bloodaxe played by Ray Fisher. But having said that, at least the movie knew exactly what it wanted to achieve and does not feel boring and put me to sleep at any point, unlike most of the recent Netflix exclusive projects. Not every science fiction adventure movie needs to be deep and philosophical with a big hidden moral message. Rebel Moon was always meant to be a fun, visually stunning action movie set in outer space, and Zack Snyder exactly manages to give us that. Coming back to the characters in Cora's team, I absolutely loved every single one of them, especially their design and aesthetic appeal. My favorite among them were obviously Darien Bloodaxe and Nemesis. Both of those characters were absolutely incredible and epic, and I hope to see more of them in the sequel. The final battle of this movie was an absolute treat to watch, and it kept me at the edge of my seat the entire time. It was visually very similar to the final battle from Zack Snyder's Justice League, especially the color grading of the whole sequence. The epic slow-motion shots made the whole sequence look even more stunning and gorgeous than it already is. I am sorry I might hurt many people with my next statement, but I feel none of the Star Wars movie or even the Dune movie looked visually half as good as the final battle of Rebel Moon did. So, to answer the main question of this video, yes. This looks like another cheap agenda set by these so-called toxic Snyder haters to downgrade his movies just like they did with his Man of Steel DCEU trilogy, which I personally believe is the greatest superhero trilogy ever made in history. So that is all I have to say in this video. What do you think about Rebel Moon? Are you excited to watch the sequel and the whole Rebel Moon universe expanding, giving rise to a brand new Snyderverse? Let me know in the comments down below. And please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.